Okay, so a lot of people ask me how I measure or what's the correct way to measure the spleen for volume. Now, luckily where I work, we only measure length, so I don't have to worry about that. I've put it to a poll, and these are the two ways to measure it: length, height, and width, or this way, which is, in my opinion, the wrong way. So most of the people chose this way, which in my opinion, my professional opinion, is the right way, but still a lot of people are choosing it this way. That might be because they've been taught that way in school, or radiologists have been taught that way as well, and they just continue to do that. But I'm gonna explain why I believe this is the wrong way and this is the right way. So here we have the spleen in longitudinal, and due to the shape of the spleen where it's convex and concave, and the way it's laid out in the body, we don't measure perfectly from superior to inferior. But we know that this is longitudinal, this is superior, inferior, anterior, and posterior. Even though sometimes you're probably going to be getting the spleen at a more coronal plane, so maybe this won't really be a true anterior posterior, but that's what we use. And we're not going to measure like that. We'll also measure it at an angle. And here we have it in transverse, which in transverse, this is anterior, posterior, left, right. So if you measure from here, you're still measuring anterior posterior again. So you'll be measuring anterior posterior twice. Naturally, you still would measure it like this diagonally to get the full length of the organ. Whereas if you measure from here to here, this is transverse, from left to right, and you would measure it also diagonally like this. So I do understand the confusion, and sometimes it's hard to get a 3D representation in your brain of internal organs from 2D images. But I believe that's the right way to measure it, just like the kid. So I hope this helps. I still believe that people would probably say that I'm wrong if that many people use the other method from what they've learned or from what they've been taught from other people. But I believe that method 1 in the poll is the correct way, as well as 55% of the other respondents. All right, take care. Bye.